Ladies and gentlemen, we present The Navy Lark by Laurie Wyman and starring John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips and Stephen Murray. No matter how well stocked your store cupboard may be, it invariably lets you down when you least expect it, and always when the shops have just closed. When this happens in the Navy, you just indent for more, or as Chief Petty Officer Pertwee puts it, give main stores another bashing.
Right, Johnson, get all these stores put away, lad.
Right, how do you want them stacked, Chief?
Well, you ought to know by now, you podgy puffball. The same as usual. All the floggable goes on my side of the stalls, and all the unwieldy goes on the other.
What do you mean by unwieldy, Chief?
Well, stuff I can't get through the dockyard gates without being copped, of course.
Oh, yeah, the come here you what you got under your jumper lot, yeah. But what do you want done with this pile of miscellaneous here?
Well, let's have a look at the indenting. Yes, if there's far too much of whatever it is, I've probably ordered it for me. Now then, 2 dozen hammocks, sailors for the kipping in. No, the Navy can have them.
What about this polish, metal, brass rails and doorknobs for the buffing up of?
My side. That's my side, definitely. I've made a little arrangement with the manager of the Gosport Avent supermarket about that.
What about these dusters, yellow 4 dozen?
My side. They'll come in handy as a giveaway. Special introductory offer with each tin of that metal polish.
Well, that's a lot except for this paint grey naval ships for the patching up of. Cans, 2-gallon 5.
Eh? Well, who ordered them? I didn't.
Someone's added them on the bottom. Perhaps they're a giveaway, special introductory offer and all, eh?
That's enough out of you, Giggle Guts. You know, I don't understand this at all. 10 gallons of grey paint? Usually they only send us that when we come back from a voyage and have to cover up Mr. Phillips's bashes.
Well, we haven't been to sea for a fortnight. It must have been put on the wrong indent.
Yeah, right, well, that settles it. My side. If the stores have made a mistake, who am I to correct them? I might even flog them to white elephants, what don't like standing out in a crowd.
You rotten wood and all, wouldn't you?
Look, Johnson, any more of your unpleasant verbosity, and I shan't take you along to the Popple's Head for a drink.
You couldn't anyway, you're barred.
That was due to a misunderstanding.
The old-time dancers didn't misunderstand a word when you stood in the ballroom and stopped their gavotte by singing 43 verses of a Matlow Gay Am I.
There's nothing of the sort. There's nothing of the sort. In any case, that's all in the past. It's gone and forgotten. I've forgotten and the landlord's gone. There's a new one there now. He started today.
You have all the luck, don't you?
Most of it, yeah. Now, come on, hurry up and smarten yourself up, Fatso. I want to get down to the Popple's Head by opening time and seeing if the new landlord is suitable. The first drinks are on me.
Well, that's fair enough. Just a minute. I thought when a landlord took over a pub, he usually bought the first drink.
That's what I'm relying on. The second drink will be on you. Now, get mobile.
Now, Mr. Phillips, I must say this glass of beer has got a beautiful head on it.
Yes, so is she.
Yes, lovely colour, too.
Yes, sort of golden brown. And a lovely shape.
Yes, big at the top and thin at the bottom. I like the slim stem, too.
I like both of them. And those fishnet nylons set them off jolly well.
Fishnet nylons? What are you talking about?
New barmaid, of course. What are you talking about?
My glass of beer.
Really, sir? I mean, who cares about beer when there's a gorgeous girl like that behind the bar?
Well, you obviously do, Mr. Phillips. You've already ordered 6 half pints of lemonade shandy and haven't drunk any of them yet.
Well, I like the way she says, that'll be 1 and 4pence.
Oh, dear.
I wish somebody would hurry up and order a creme de menthe.
Why?
Well, it's on the top shelf, you see. And she'll have to climb onto a stool to reach it. Miss?
Yes, sir, what can I do for you?
Cool.
You know, you really shouldn't tempt him, miss.
No, she really shouldn't. But she certainly is. Could I have a creme de menthe?
1 creme de menthe. Just a minute, please. Dad, give us a stool over. I want to hop up and get the sticky green.
Don't bother, Rindy. I'll get it.
Ah, you filthy swine.
Hard luck. That's cost you 3 and 6 for a captivating glance at the gap between the governor's waistcoat and his trousers.
Everything all right, Rindy? Or is Blondie here trying to chat you up?
Yes, he is, landlord, but he's failing miserably.
Is he? Well, he looks a miserable failure. Blimey, 6 lemonade shandies and a cream de mint. Heavy drinker, is he?
No, I don't drink them. I just collect them.
Shop! Come on, let's have some service here. You're keeping a heck of a thirst waiting, you know.
Excuse me, gents. Sounds as if I got a bit of right trouble in the public. Rainey, you stay in here and don't reach up for nothing while I'm gone.
Spoil sport.
Boy, come on, what's happening? Everyone go to the moon. Service! Come on, forward, please. 3 cash customers waiting.
All right. Thump that glass on the bar once more and I'll thump you, sailor.
Well, I never did. No, that's hardly the way to start off a lucrative association with your clients, is it?
Now, what do you want to drink?
Oh, this most kind. Very generous of you, Henshaw. But then, that's the custom, of course, isn't it? Yes. 3 drinks first came round. Yes, well, I'll have a large scotch.
Oh, no, you won't. You 3 have already had your first 3 drinks all round. 1 in the saloon bar, 1 in the lounge, 1 in the private bar, and 1 at the hatch for waiter service only. This time you can pay for your own.
Very well, we will. Pass me the slate.
Oh, that won't do you no good. There's no room on it. It's already filled up by some twisting honour of a CPO called Pertwee.
Never heard of him. No, must have left the service years ago.
Well, he comes from some ship called Troutbridge.
Johnson, Goldstein, sit in your hats.
I don't want to sit on my hat. It's my new one, it'll flatten it out.
Johnson, sit in your hat or I'll flatten you out.
You'll have a job.
Insubordination, that's what it is. Now you wait and I'll get you back to the ship. I'll have you scrubbing down the decks with a toothbrush as sure as my name's Pertwee.
Pertwee?
Which it ain't.
Why don't you give up, Chief Petty Officer Pertwee? I'm an ex-Navy man myself.
Whoops, clang. I mean, what a delightful coincidence. Perhaps we served together as fellow Matloos in the past.
By the look of you, I doubt it. I was a physical training instructor.
Ah, well, that settles it then. The chief never had any truck with none of them. He reckons what they do hurts.
That's it. Then what I'm going to do to him won't come as a surprise, will it? I'm going to hurt him in his pocket. The only way you're ever going to dig yourself out is to hand over the £12 9 and 4pence you owe. Or, let's just call it around £12 10.
Stone me! Where did that other 8pence come from?
Expenses, the cost of all the chalk you used up on the slate.
Oh, me sideways. You don't half drive an hard bargain, don't you? Still, I won't be beat. I'll make you one last offer. In the absence of cash, how about taking it in canned?
What kind of cane?
Well, don't rush me. I've only just thought of it. Yeah, I know. Redecorating. Now, that's something you definitely require urgent. New landlord, new decor. That just so happens I can offer you a snip. I have to hand 10 gallons of brand new paint that's never been used. And as you're bulk buying, I can let you have it at 26 bob a gallon. Now, 10 gallons comes to 13 quid, so give us 5 bob change and we'll call it square. Done. Thanks very much. Good evening, landlord. Lovely place you've got there. Of course, I'm an old and valued customer, you know.
Good morning, Mr. Phillips.
Red hot needles. Oh.
Good heavens, what's the matter with you? Why are you wearing dark glasses? And why have you got a wet towel wrapped round your head? You must have had an incredibly liquid shampoo.
I've got a headache. The wet part is to cool my head down. The wrapped part is to hold it together. And the dark glasses is to stop me seeing the horrible way I look when I take them off.
I take it you've...
Sorry. I take it you've got a hangover.
Yes.
Well, I'm not surprised you did ask for it. After you drank the 4th creme de menthe, you turned the same delicate shade of green.
No, please, don't remind me.
Well, you're not duty officer, and there's nothing special on today, so...
Hello, you chaps.
Ah!
Good morning, Lieutenant Murray. Good morning, madam.
It's me, actually, Flag Lieutenant.
Oh, gracious. Gracious me, so it is. It was the turban of the dark glasses that fooled me. Got a hangover, eh? My word, I wouldn't be in your shoes if you're feeling like that. Not with what you've got to go through today. What a busy, busy boy you're going to be.
I resign my commission.
Why
us about flags?
Oh, hadn't you heard, old man? The buzz was going round the dockyard all yesterday evening.
I was out with him.
Oh, were you? Well, can't be much further out than that, can you? It's this NATO exercise thing.
Ah, we're not going to sea. Please say we're not going to sea.
Not today, old man, tomorrow.
Thank heavens for that. The first wave we met, I'd have abandoned ship.
Then what's going to be so busy about today?
Painting and polishing, old man. Admiral's idea. There'll be lots of ships from foreign countries taking part. So the Admiral's wants ours to be the smartest of the lot. Shiny bright, positively gleaming. Not a spot of rust to be seen anywhere. All uniforms to be pressed, buttons glittering, shoes glistening, cap peaks flashing.
Oh, stop him, somebody. Even with dark glasses on, I can't stand the glow.
Admiral's orders, old man. Flags, he said, because he does speak to me occasionally, you know. Flags, he said, go and chivvy them all up. So I'm chivvying you.
Well, we'll need some extra paint and polish.
Well, you've had them, old man. Bags of polish and 10 gallons of paint were delivered yesterday.
10 gallons? What do we want all that for?
Well, you've got more dents to cover up than anyone else, old man.
Ill as I am, I resent that.
Resent them as much as you like, Phillips, old man. They've still got to be covered up. Coming, Admiral!
I didn't hear the Admiral calling.
And neither did I, actually. But I left him 5 minutes ago, so there must have been a... Where's that blasted idiot of a flag lieutenant gone by now? Cherry bye.
If just one more person slams that door like that, it'll fall off.
What, the door?
No, Leslie's head.
Oh, stop being such a baby. Snap out of it. We've got a lot to do. I'll make a start by phoning through to the chief, provided you can stand the ting when I pick up the phone, of course.
Stores here, we're closed. Where the pair you got? Good morning.
Just stand fast, Chief, because you're just going to open up again.
Oh, am I? Sorry, Mr. Murray, sir. I didn't recognise your voice.
I don't see how you could have done. I never got a chance to speak. Now, what I want you to do is to break out the 10 gallons of paint you had delivered yesterday and get working parties busy on painting ship. Oh, surely you don't want me to repeat all that.
Well, not if it's going to cut out the way you said it the first time, so no.
Then stop arguing and get on with it. I want every blemish on this ship repainted by the time we sail tomorrow. Understood?
Yes, sir. Horribly.
Steady at that, Chief, and keep station on the aircraft carrier.
Steady at that and keep in station, sir.
Jolly exciting, isn't it? I mean, letting us put to sea with all these other ships. Makes a chap feel he's part of it all.
Quite. And we know which part, don't we? They've put us right at the back.
Yes, I wonder why.
The Admiral did explain, sir. He reckoned it was an elementary safety precaution.
I imagine they'll steam even further in front when we start firing.
I say, sir, we're going to bang off a few with our guns.
We are. We shall be firing a number of rounds at a target ship.
Oh, good. Bags, I have first go. Which one shall I aim at?
You're not one of those!
No, sir. You see, Mr. Phillips, sir, they're all on our side, sir. Up to now.
Now, for your information, Mr. Phillips, as you obviously weren't listening to a word when the Admiral briefed us, we shall be firing at a target ship which will be clearly marked, easily distinguishable, and definitely identifiable.
You mean you don't think even I could make a mistake?
Mr. Phillips, I'd never stick my neck out that far.
Aircraft carrier making a signal, sir. They're making change station to port quarter.
Right. In that case, we better... No. Perhaps we better, no, wrong again. No, obviously, what we should,
Yes, sir.
What are they talking about?
It means shove our ship over a bit and go to the left-hand side of their blunt end.
Why couldn't they say so? Left hand down a bit.
Left hand down a bit it is, sir.
Lovely. Coming round now.
Mr. Phillips, sir, we're going too close to their stern, sir.
Nonsense. There's heaps of room. At least I thought there was.
Never mind, sir. It was your first of the day.
Exactly. In any case, we only grazed it.
Grazed it? You put a 6-foot dent in their stern.
Aircraft carrier making another signal, sir. They're making If you touch me there again, I'll scream.
Oh, well, if they're going to be like that about it, we'll sail behind someone else. Left hand down a bit.
No, Mr. Phillips. No, sir, you can't, sir.
Left hand down a bit, Chief.
Left hand and a bit of tea, sir. And if you'll take my advice, everybody down!
Lummy. Who put that one there?
It's there all the time, Mr. Phillips. It's a destroyer makepiece on our other side.
Well, he might have hooted or something. I mean, they ought to know I'm not used to driving in traffic.
Many more clouts like those, Mr. Phillips, and the repainting the Chief did yesterday will have been a complete waste of time.
Oh, yes, well, yes. Well, let's not talk about painting now, sir.
Why not? Pertwee, you haven't been up to any...
Flagship's making a signal, sir, I'm happy to say. They're making Admiral to Troutbridge. Retire to position 5 miles astern of our fleet. Whilst I've still got some blasted ships blasted well left.
Do you think we've upset him?
A correction to previous signal from Flagship, sir. They're making Admiral to Troutbridge. Make that 20 miles in any direction, just so long as I can't blasted well see you.
Yes, Mr. Phillips, I do think we've upset him. Carry on.
Aye, aye, sir. Full as down both, Chief.
Full as down both it is, sir.
You're not going to sail all the way backwards, are you?
Oh, no, sir, just getting clear, and then I thought we'd go that way. The sea looks bluer over there.
Hello, Chief. What are you doing in the gun shelter? I thought you was allergic to bangs.
There aren't going to be any bangs, my son. We're out of the exercise. Now, I keep a bottle of brown ale in there for emergencies. And this is one. Stone me, what a 48 hours I've had.
No, you're not exactly a perky Pertwee, are you?
What do you expect? How would you like to be in a boat bashing session on the bridge with Mr. Phillips? On top of 24 hours of repainting the ship with paint we hadn't got because I'd already flogged it.
Yeah, I'd be mean to ask you about that. What did you do? Go and nick it back off the new landlord at the Popple's Head?
What? And him an unarmed combat expert? Not flaming likely. No, I bought a job lot of out-of-date factory reject one-coat jelly paint from Nunkey.
What, 10 gallons of it? How much did you have to pay for all that?
5 bob.
At 6p a gallon, it must have been lovely quality.
Yeah, well, it was a bit thin, I'll admit, but it covered up everything all right. At any rate, nobody's noticed yet. Blimey, who threw that? Out the road! I'm going up to the bridge to see what's happening. Here, what is it, sir? Who declared war on who and I want to be neutral? Ever so.
We can't understand it. They're coming from the rest of the fleet. They're all banging off at us.
Honestly, it's a bit much. I mean, I know I upset the Admiral, but he didn't have to lose his temper completely. Lummy, they're getting closer. Oh, well, if he wants to stand up fight, that's it. I'll soon settle him. Fire!
No, Mr. Phillips, don't!
Too late, sir.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Signal from the flagship, sir, from the Admiral personally. It reads, "Oi, turn it up." What steaming idiot gave the target ship permission to fire back at the fleet?
Target ship? What's he talking about? Yeoman, send the flagship. We are not target ship. We are Troutbridge.
Jolly careless of the Admiral, you know. I mean, the target ship is supposed to be clearly marked and easily distinguishable.
Flagship answering, sir. Direct chat from the Admiral again. Signal reads, "If you're Troutbridge, wish you were the target ship. As you're not, why is your blasted ship blasted well covered with blasted great pink spots?"
Pink spots?
I say, sir, so we are, sir. Look over the side, sir. We look as if we've got enormous measles.
Yes, well, if you won't be needing me anymore, sir, I think I'll just...
There are big pink splodges on all the places that we had repainted yesterday.
So they are, yes. Yes, well, now that we've solved that, you won't be needing me, so...
Now, all stand fast, Berkeley. You were in charge of the repainting. I want an explanation for these ridiculous dollops of pink all over the ship.
Yes, well, I had a feeling that you might, sir.
Well, I'm waiting for an answer.
So am I, sir, but nothing's happening. However, if I was to make a guess, sir, I'd say the action of the salt sea spray, sir, is causing a chemical reactive acidification on this slightly inferior paint I was forced to use owing to the short notice, sir. And I'll belt the living daylights out of that twisting old goat Nanky when we get back, sir.
Bridge number 1 here.
WT Room here, sir. Admiral is on the radio telephone, sir.
Oh, dear, I thought he would be.
Connecting him up to the bridge now, sir.
Hello, sir. Lieutenant Murray here. Sorry about this, sir.
Well, blasted well going to be as well. What's the idea of charging about the blasted ocean looking like a blasted elephant wearing a pink-spotted sunsuit?
Well, it was a slight accident, sir.
It was nearly a thumping big one. Half the fleet thought your pink spots were the markings on the blasted target ship. You could have been blown out of the water.
We very nearly were, sir.
Yeah, so was I. Your return shot blew the blasted awning off me quarterdeck and collapsed me deck chair.
Oh, sorry, pardon, sir.
Well, you know what you can do now, don't you? Take your blasted frigate as far out to sea as you can go, and don't poke your bows into any Royal Naval establishment until you're repainted and look like a proper ship again. Understood?
Aye, aye, sir.
Then blasted well get on with it and get out of it. You're a blasted eyesore.
Well, Chief, you heard him. Start painting.
Yes, well, that may be a touch difficult, you see, sir. There's no paint.
What? Where's the 10 gallons we were issued with?
It went off, sir.
Yes, now you come to mention it, I saw it go. Johnson was carrying it out of the main gate, whilst Goldstein kept the copper talking.
It's just a service I was trying to do all the lads, sir. I thought I'd brighten up their recreation rooms with a fresh coat of paint.
Recreation rooms? What recreation rooms?
Well, if you must know, sir, all the bars in the Popple's Head.
I see. Well, it's going to be a long time before any of our crew get the benefit of your generous gestures.
Pardon?
You heard what the Admiral said. We're to stay at sea until we get rid of our pink spots. With no paint to cover them up, we shall just have to keep cruising until they wear off, won't we?
Lummy, that's like putting ourselves in quarantine. It could take months and months.
Of course, stone me, and I've just drunk the last of my reserve brown ales.
Good. You should have developed quite a thirst by the time we get back. Carry on, Mr. Phillips.
Aye, aye, sir. Full ahead both, Chief.
No, Mr. Phillips. Make that slow ahead both. We're not going anywhere special. There's absolutely no hurry.
Oh, well, slow ahead both, Chief.
So I both. For months and months it is.
Oh, and if you feel like it, left hand down a bit.
John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips and Stephen Murray have been painting pink spots on The Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. For the last time in the current series, John Pertwee was the Chief Petty Officer, Leslie Phillips was the Sub-Lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, the landlord at the Popple's Head was played by Richard Caldecott, his daughter Renee was Heather Chasen, Able Seaman Johnson was Ronnie Barker, the Admiral was Tenniel Evans, and his flag lieutenant was played by Michael Bates. Incidental music for the series was by Tommy Riley and James Moody, and the show was produced for the BBC by Alistair Scott Johnston.